what I'm hearing people say is that, you know what, we're just disgusted. We didn't like what United Bermuda Party was doing back then, and, you know, those people are gone. And, you know, now we're in government, the Progressive Labor Party, and these guys are doing, they're doing worse things. And so people are just disenfranchised. People are disgusted. They're like, politicians are they're all the same, you know. And I've told people, hey, you know, I'm coming around not because I'm looking out for my own best interest, because I believe I can make a difference. I've been out for the last 2 years on a regular basis. When I first started coming around, people are like, what, there must be an election coming, huh? It's like, nope, not at all. It could be 4 years away at that point. And, you know, a bit over 2 years later, I'm still around. And, you know, after the second, third time of coming around, people are like, okay, you know what? This guy is serious. People call me with issues because, you know, I've tried to call my local representative. They don't return phone calls, or they're only around when there's an election, or people are looking out for their best interests. I'm sitting here trying to serve, because leadership is about service, to make a difference and to give back, so that Bermuda will be a place that my children and their children can enjoy.
Well, first of all, I'm not a member of the UBP. I'm a member of the United Bermuda Party. And I tell people that I am a member of the United Bermuda Party because an opportunity was presented to me. The philosophies of the two parties are not that different. It's just that I believe the United Bermuda Party at this particular time have people who will be above board with the country and take the country to another level. We constantly hear about the country going to another level, but I believe we're being polarized now by race more than ever before. I can talk about my leader, the Honorable Michael Dunkley, who's an individual that I can sit and talk with, and he asks me different things quite frequently. And I relate to him just like I'm talking with anyone else.
I do. I hear many people say things, you know, you're straight up, you're genuine, you know, you care and all of that. One of the things that I think frustrates my family is when we go out for a family dinner or to a function that, you know, I stop and talk to so many people, and they're telling me all the time, say, well, Daddy, let's go, we have to go. Like, why do you have to talk to that person? But that's just the way I am. I enjoy that. You know, I like to have the opportunity to at least just hear what somebody has to say for 2 minutes and let them know that I am here for them. You know, I'm there to try to work with people to get things done. When you put yourself in public service, I think you owe that. And if you're not going to be accessible, if you're not going to be available to people, then you got to get another profession. Because clearly Bermudians and the way we've conducted our politics has always been that personal touch. And I intend to continue that. And I do enjoy it.
People are saying actually a number of things based on exactly what portion of my constituency I'm visiting that day. I'm hearing things that range from, you know, we're just very frustrated with the process of politics. We really want this thing to be over with. Then they'll go on the other end of the spectrum and they'll say things like, we really want change, we really want to see something different happen. And then in some areas people are saying, you know, just convince me how you can make things different for me. So it's a range of things, and that's what makes it somewhat exciting for me, because it gives me opportunity to really hear the heart of the people and feel their pulse. And my message to them is the same regardless of where I go. My message is that, you know, I'm here to serve you. I'm here to listen to you and hear you. I want to be able to represent you, and in order to do that, I have to be in front of you. I have to be at your doorstep, and I have to understand what's on your heart. I can't do that long distance. What's always been important to most people that live here is that Bermuda is for Bermudians. And if we can continue communicating that, and I believe that the United Bermuda Party has done a wonderful job working together, developing a platform, and making change for Bermudians that live in Bermuda.
It's a varied, diverse group of people in the United Bermuda Party, and it's what's really coming home to me is that as different, as diverse we all are, at the end of the day, we're all committed, I think, to one thing, and that's to make Bermuda the best place it can be for everyone.
So, I think our job is to try to sell this concept of change. And when you're on the doorstep, there's only one person that can do it. I can leave literature and they can get letters, but I have to passionately tell them that I believe that we're ready to govern again. And that's what I do. And I also say to them, listen, if we win, but we don't make it the government that you want, get rid of us. Tell us in one term that we should be gone. And I think that's one of the beauties of the system, and the fact, and I had no problem when the United Bermuda Party lost in 1998. I actually thought it was a good thing for the country. I thought it was a good thing for us as a party. It forced us and caused us to go back and reinvent ourselves. Yeah, sad that we lost in 2003, but I think it's our time now. It's our time for the people to say, you know what, the current government's had 2 terms. Let's give them another chance based on a platform or positions that we come up with. We have to have taken the temperature of the people. And then we have to apply solutions to that, some of which they give us, some of which we have to create ourselves when we've heard the problem. We shouldn't expect them to create our solutions for us. Help us. And then that contract, if you want to call it that, is really based on trust. And I think we've struggled in the last 9 years under the Progressive Labor Party with trust. And I hear it over and over again, and I actually hear it from their supporters who can't shout it from the rooftops, but they tell you privately, they tell you with their body language, just how they feel.
It's not about me, it's about the people. So it's not first and foremost on my mind is to stand up and talk for Suzanne Holzhauser. My job is to actually stand up and talk for the people of St. David's. And I do mean that. I don't want to talk about it, I actually want to do it. I am not going to sit down with my legs crossed and let other beehive activity work around me. I'm going to be the one that's actually working. I'm going to be the one that's physically out there doing the things that the people of St. David's need to be done by a politician regardless of what they've said. It is about what you have done and what you've said you will do. Well, for the people of St. David's, it's taken me almost 1.5 years to actually get lighting along Ballast Point. Well, I am pleased to say, while we finally got government approval after that 1.5 years, it's now up to Belka. So I am actually looking forward to the first time to see lights along the streets of Ballast Point. I would like to see, because it's part of our heritage, and I fought for this in the House of Assembly, that the fishing license for mullets, St. David's Islanders are the only one that will ever fish for mullet for their roe. I would like to see the cost of that license fee completely done away with, as it is part of our history. When it comes to other issues pertaining to St. David's, we're seeing already an improvement in transport, but now we need to have the communication so that we understand where the buses are going. It's good enough to talk, but again, we want to see some action. We're going to look at problems, we will solve problems, and we will make life better for the people of St. David's.
In actual fact, we do have a lot in common. We all have kids. We all want the best for our kids. And these are the things that we have to keep very simple and very basic. That's what we want. But in the process, we shouldn't let the hype get in the way of going forward. There are a lot of things that have happened in the past, and they shouldn't be forgotten. But what we need to do is have dialogue and have honesty. And when I say have honesty, do not come to the table with anger in your heart because of something that happened in the past. Come with the position that we're going to make a difference. We have to make a difference so that we don't have these problems.
Bermuda has always been famous for its hospitality, its friendliness, its gentle spirit. We're getting away from that, and we need to get back to that. And on December 18th, I am asking all of us that are going to the polls to remember, right, what your candidates stand for. If you feel that your candidate is standing on the side of right and that they have a level of integrity that you trust, right, then that's the person that you vote for. If you have someone who you feel is not doing the job in your constituency or on the island, then you must speak with your pen. But all I'm asking all of you to do for me, especially in my constituency, judge me for who I am. And if you feel that I am the right person to do the job for you, then by all means, let me know by using that pen at the polling station. Thank you, and God bless.